Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are ya?
I feel like this has
Thank
been
you
coming
so
so
much.
long. Anytime. We've
Oh,
been so excited.
well,
It's been
happy
2
399th show. I'm very excited for you.
We've been waiting to have you because I creepily, like I do with all artists, stalk them and get to watch them from a distance. And Scott's always been able to send me videos when he's been at your shows. So it's so lovely to finally have you.
Oh, thanks for having me. Oh my gosh. And I'm always up for a chat anyway. So whether it's about music or whatever, I'm always
We're good.
keen. So
Anytime, just send me a message. I'm very good at chatting. It's actually the top thing on my resume.
Oh, same. And I bet on all of your school reports, it was like, Danny's a lovely
Yes,
girl, but
yep, that's me. Yes, I'm
same as
pretty sure.
again.
Why didn't they just grade us on that? I mean, really.
I know, and I feel like it's that skill that we don't, get judged on properly, but is
Yep,
actually like the whole point of life. So
right. But if we had
we're
poor
smashing
social
it.
skills, they'd judge us if our social skills weren't up to standards, but they won't judge us for having good social skills. What's
That's
wrong with
it.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for coming. I know he jumped in earlier. He had trouble with his internet, so I'm glad that it's working for you now for this show. It is so lovely to finally have you, and I don't really know where to start, but I guess let's start with your story, your musical journey, because today I was sitting there and I'm like, how am I going to get all this into one show? So, but I love that you do your own thing. You can do a ballad, you can go to really powerhouse vocals, you can do duets, and you're so open to everyone to listen and are just everywhere. So tell us a bit about your musical story.
Oh, honestly, I think the doing a little bit of everything has come from the fact that when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of creative people around. Like my mum was a guitarist and a singer, and grew up in Gympie and used to tour with the Webb Brothers and all that sort of stuff. And
Oh, wow.
so I feel like that was the introduction. I was always surrounded by music, but I think like every country kid, you sort of find an outlet. And we
Yes.
also come from a really big rugby league town. And so everyone sort of ends up, honing their skills doing something. And
Yes.
and for that reason, I think I was really gravitated towards music. I was naturally okay at it. And I sort of chose to do that, then go and party with my friends, or,
Yes.
after school every day. I would avoid homework by writing songs.
But you were practicing and you were writing, so I really don't think that that's English, that's music.
I know, but now I've got kids. I'm like, I understand the avoidance, and I see what you guys are doing now, but that's okay. But I think that's like a typical country town, though. You sort of end up, being half good at something because there isn't anything else to do. We also didn't have CMT. We didn't have anything like that. We had the radio and CDs. And that was it. So the radio actually consisted of 4HI, which was Emerald, which is an AM radio station. And that's where I found like my love of, everything 60s, 70s, 80s, all that music. Yeah, and not just country, So sonically, my ears were really open. But at the same time, I wasn't, directly influenced by one thing, which I think is sort of, ended up being exactly what my career is anyway. So it's a bit weird.
For you, it works for you, and you look so comfortable. It's on
Thank
stage,
you.
and
Oh,
you performing. And I said that to Josie too when we just had her on the show as well. But you guys make it look so easy, and it's not. But you're just so comfortable on that stage. And
I think I started like on stage. I think I was about 8, and my mum, being the guitarist and the singer, was always really, really strict. She used to say, look, you can go and sing all these songs, that's great, but you're not allowed to play guitar and sing at the same time, because I wouldn't be able to concentrate on 2 things at once. So until I was able to play guitar and not look at my hands, I wasn't allowed to do the 2 things. And at the time, I was like, come on, like, I can do this, like typical horrible teenager. But it paid off later on, because now I sort of, don't have to think about doing the 2 things. So it's, so I'm thankful for that.
But you were happy the day that she finally let you go on stage and do both.
100%. But then I was second guessing myself. I'm like, well, am I ready? Is this really ready enough? And Yeah, but yeah, it sort of worked out okay so far.
Thanks, Mum. I'm more nervous than I was. Yeah, but that's good. It
100%.
shows you that if you're not nervous, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, that's so
how
true. I
I
was just having this conversation with Josh Setterfield the other day. He was nervous
Yep.
about going to the States. I was like, mate, but if
Yes,
you're
he was.
nervous, that actually
Yeah,
means something that, yeah, you're working
exactly.
towards a bigger thing, and that matters. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
sort of
remember
proud of
having a
him.
chat to him after the show, and he was nervous about it, and
Yeah.
like he worked so hard to get that happening. If you're not nervous about it, that's right. You got to do it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's worth everything. But tell us a little bit about. I know you've got lots happening this year, and you've had lots happening this year. Tell us a little bit about your current single, and what's your process with choosing what to release and when? Because you have so much content, and do you just go with what feels right at the time, or do you have a bit of a process behind it?
Honestly, I've spent pretty much my whole life wanting to work towards an album. I remember the first album I ever bought. Ooh, what was that? I think I was given Santana Supernatural, John Farnham Rameo's Heart, and Lee Kernaghan 3 Chain Road. They were my three. They're super, super crazy. There's like a bit of world music, a bit of everything. And so I have always wanted to do that because I feel like as soon as, and it sounds very old fashioned now, which I hate to say, no wrinkles yet, but they're probably coming. But I feel like if you work towards like a body of work, like it sort of means something, you know, and
it tells
I've
a
been
story.
striving, right?
It's
and I feel like
inspiring.
you get to know someone as well, I think, through an album. And I've been, you know, so scared my whole life to do that. And not only that, it's expensive. I had some kids, and I love performing live so much that it got to the point where I was actually happy just performing. I was happy just with that connection, whether it be at a pub or at a festival. Like, it didn't matter about me, releasing music, because I was getting so much from that exchange of energy until I had a few people come along and believe in me in bigger ways than I did, and could see bigger things for myself. And so to
How
actually
beautiful
get
to
to
be happy. Like happy at that level. And that must have been so nice.
Yeah, I'm still like that. I'm still so happy. But I know now that, hang on, like maybe I should like believe myself and do these bigger things and actually push to do those, and invest in my business more, because I can do it. And so it's been a lot of self-belief and like a whole thing of that. But and also having the kids has made a big difference as well. Like knowing that I should be working towards my goals, because I'm actually setting an example for these guys. So, it's so scary, but like coming up with those songs, like I wanted it to be so like all encompassing of my sound. Like I didn't want it to be, hey, this is a traditional country record, which I would love to do. This isn't a gospel record, which I would love to do. But we go from, country, and then we go all the way through to like Led Zeppelin sort of rock sort of thing, which I'm so excited about, by the way. But we cover a lot of ground, and I think, just having that self-belief has sort of helped me get across the line. Finally.
So special.
20 years later.
And I understand those 3 albums. I reckon I could list you every song and in what order they are, because I'm the same. Like we used to you had them on replay, and you knew,
100%.
and you were singing the song before the next one was on. You were ahead of them. Like it's just
absolutely.
And
I just saw Rebecca's comment down the bottom about Romeo's Heart. I'm the biggest John Farnham fan, and I think that Tom Wolfe Travis and I are just obviously obsessed, and any chance that we can. Right. I feel like he's like the soundtrack to so many of, our lives. And so you can't help it. He's just insane.
I remember I was in Hobart once, and we met this person that was staying at there was like a backpacker kind of thing that had your own rooms. He watches, I don't know, he's probably watching. He doesn't live in Australia anymore, but he was new to Australia at the time. And I remember we said to him, would you like to come out for tea? And tea for us down here is dinner, which we didn't explain. So he had dinner before he came. And then we thought we were having tea, but he was brave enough to get in the car with us that night and go for a drive. And I think we played him. I said to him, I'm going to teach you about Australian music, and John Farnham first, then there was Dusty,
mhm.
and I went really out there and went, Australia's on the Wallaby, so that was even more out there.
Yeah,
But John,
right.
how could you not start with him when you're bringing someone in to show him Australian music and
Absolutely.
just break them in straight away. I should have led
100%. And I feel like that also with like Jimmy Barnes. I feel like that voice is so iconic and so, just transgenerational. And I
Yes,
take a lot of my, my inspiration from him. And that's sort of where the Burn Like Summer Reimagined came from, is that Flesh and Wood album. I still play that all the time. And so that's where the idea of that one came from. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, how great. How exciting. Exciting for you. So what's left for the year? Because you've been so busy. What have you got planned? Are you going to slow down soon or?
Probably not. No, actually, absolutely not. There's so much coming up. We're off to Texas this weekend, which I'm so excited about. I've never actually been. I've been to Texas in the States, but I haven't been to Texas in Australia, and I feel like I've missed out. So I'm really going to make up for it. So I'm so excited to get out there. Off to Roma as well, as I just saw. Thank you for reminding me. There's another festival being announced next weekend that I'm jumping on the bill for really quickly, and there's so much. It's very overwhelming.
It is, isn't it? I love that though. Like, how great is it to be back in festival season and doing it? And starting in Texas is just. Any of you that do get there this weekend coming, because it's come up so quick. Send us photos. We want to see. We want to see it as you're going. Let us know who you're enjoying. And Jan, Jan's heading off to Texas as well. Of course,
I can't wait to see Jan there. She's my favorite. Jan and I got our faces in the Lee Kernaghan documentary. Apparently, I haven't seen it, but apparently we're in there.
And I tell you what, we did see that, and I remember Jan actually spoke to Lee about that when he was down here. It would be nearly 12 months ago. It would be 12 months ago, wouldn't it, Jan? But yes, I did see you in that one. Have to watch it. You'll have to watch it.
I'll have to. I've been putting it off because I know it's in there. I'm like, oh my God, what did I say? I can't bloody remember.
A lot of familiar faces.
Chat, but anyway.
Yeah, no, a lot of familiar faces in there. It's good to watch. See,
I'll watch it for Jan.
There's this. Jan said, yes, we did. There we go. Sorry, Scott, I forgot for a second. Scott's in the background, everybody, clicking the buttons as usual, being really quiet back there, but he has done so much work for tonight's shows, so we have to do it without him. But not slowing down. Where's the best place for us all to keep an eye out for you and your music? Because we always ask that, because I know some artists like Facebook, some artists like TikTok, and it's just so hard to keep them all up to date. So what's the 100%. Best one?
Honestly, everything I post on Instagram ends up on my Facebook page. So I'm actually just about to go and change my passcode, because my whole Facebook just turned up with the Chinese language all over it. So I've got to go and change it. I hope I'm not getting hacked right now.
No, mine did that last week, and it just
did it really
sorted itself out. Yes, after the show last week, it did it to me, and I tried, and I can't change the password on it. I don't know how anymore.
Because I don't speak Mandarin. I can't read that. I don't know how to do it. So I'm sitting here slightly freaking out now. I have to deal with this. When I go, okay, I'm going to pick your brain and be like, oh, how'd you do it? Or did it fix itself?
Last week. It did, yeah, because I was trying, and I'm messaging Scott I don't know how late after the show, and I'm like, I can't, it's not working. I don't know what's going on.
How bizarre.
It was a next day. I went to work, and I probably shouldn't have done it on the work computer, but I tried it on there, and it worked. So I just gave up. And I can't find still don't know how to do it. So if any of you know how to change a password on Facebook, let us know.
Yeah, anyone speaks Mandarin, can you please come and talk to me, and we'll work it out. But honestly, everything's most of it's on Facebook, which is sort of scary though, right? Because as soon as we get hacked, we're buggered. But hoping not. But actually, on my Facebook page and Insta, there's a announcement coming on Friday, so you can jump on there for that. So
maybe Friday, take extra notice.
100%,
just maybe. Or later Friday.
It'll be when I get to it.
Okay, so give us
It's school
all day.
holidays.
Oh, true. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it'll be
yeah.
early. It'll be early.
Cannot wait to hear about it. And while we've got this one up, thank you, Scott. Karen from Little Sparrow, thank you so much, because we do work so closely with all our publicists, and they make it so much easier to do these things. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah,
And
there's so many moving
Karen,
parts. It's
well,
crazy.
isn't there ever? And the Karen's they're so on top of it. I don't know how they remember it all.
Yeah, me either.
I'm still looking for the recipe, but
live by reminders. I swear that must be the key. Reminders.
But you know what? The other key to that is you've got to remember to put the reminders in, and that's where I struggle.
Yeah. I just actually.
Someone following me.
Yeah. Oh, it's shocking, isn't it? Anyway, it's all right. We're breathing, and I feel like that is an achievement. Sometimes.
And you remembered it was Wednesday. See, I didn't.
I did.
You did.
I did, only because I know I'm working all weekend, and my weekend sort of starts tomorrow. So I have to remember, have to be slightly aware of what's going on.
Well, I don't know what I did yesterday. I can't remember what I was at work, and I said something really silly, like I know this week I was talking about vacuuming my lawns, and I just, really silly things that my friend's not working. And I said, don't worry, it's Monday-itis. And then so they turned around to me and they said, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Oh no. Oh look, that's where that gin comes in that we were talking about before. That's
exactly
just
right.
Gin and just move along. It'll be fine. The sun will rise.
Pop it into my coffee cup. No one will know. I don't even drink coffee, but
no one will be judging you, Danny. It's okay.
Before 12, you put it in a coffee mug. If it's after 12, you can have it in a nice glass. It's fine. Yeah.
And it is school holidays here, so thank you for the tip. Yeah. I will possibly be using that. Next week.
You'll go to the shop tomorrow morning before you head out. But so Texas this weekend. Can people still get tickets to that one?
They can, absolutely. Just jump on my Facebook page on Texas QLD Country Music Festival, and all the info is there. We've got the best lineup. I'm honestly so excited. We've got Brooke and Adam and Haley and Viper Creek. Actually, Haley and Viper Creek are on Friday, and then Brooke and Adam, myself, Will Day, Max. We're all on Saturday, and we're very excited. And I'm so thankful to be going out there. Like, the further west you get, the happier I am. So, really excited for that one.
How far do you have to travel for that one? Is it a long way?
I think it's only about 3.5, 4 hours. So probably about 3 with the way I drive. No. I actually hit a road the other day. So no, won't be going fast at all. But it's not too far, and I think I'm picking up my guitarist on the way, and we'll probably be talking about footy finals all the way there. Yes. So very excited.
The finals are coming. I love finals month.
I know. Hold on. Are you AFL or NRL?
AFL.
Yeah. Is it Carlton that's in the finals? I think I saw.
They're in the semis, so they're playing this week. Yeah. So right. I haven't had anybody that's been able to teach me the NRL. I've worked a little bit because I've worked in AFL, but I've done a couple of works. I've done a couple of games in NRL working, but I still don't understand the rules, and so I need someone to sit down and be very patient.
Okay, so I've got you get that gin, I'll get a scotch, and we will sit in the off season and we'll work it out, and then you can teach me about the aerial ping pong, because I don't understand AFL at all.
I can definitely do that. I have only ever watched from the green, so I can tell you a fair bit. I've always been on the green to watch it, so it's always been very lucky. And
that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, it is honestly one of my biggest goals is to sing at an NRL, whether it's like pre-match, post-game, like halftime, anything. It's on the bucket list. I have to do it.
Somebody tag NRL and get her onto that if you can. That would be amazing. How good is that? So do you have a team, or do you
Absolutely I do. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm North Queensland Cowboys because I'm from Central Queensland, and a lot of the Cowboys are from my hometown as well. So definitely North Queensland Cowboys. Maroon's hard, but I married a Kiwi. So we're all Warriors here at the moment going into the finals, and my
Yes.
son, I've got two sons, and one's
Excellent.
Broncos and one's Panthers. So both of those three teams are in the
Ooh, they went
finals. So
different ones.
it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
That's
it's game
interesting that they've
on.
gone different just to be against each other.
I know I love it though, because they choose it because of their favorite players, and
That's
so
right.
and we're all like that with music as well.
I
So
love
yeah, up the wires. I agree, Rebecca. Thank you.
I think that's fantastic. But as you're saying before, you come from that small town, and
Yeah.
you don't have a lot to do. So again, that's what they've done. They've put into their
Yeah.
art of playing football,
Absolutely.
and you've with you with your music. It's
Absolutely. It's just such a small
shows.
town thing. And I feel like you've got the time to think as well, when
Yes.
you're growing up in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere, and those long drives, 2 hours to go shopping, you got a lot of time on your hands. So
Yes. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. You can do lots in that time.
100%. You can dream about a career and then follow through with it 20 years later. That's what you can do.
That's right. Better than not doing it at all.
That's it. That's it. Life's too short to sort of not, give anything a real go. So
Yeah. And are you going to be heading to Tamworth in January, which isn't far away?
I am, and I'm so excited. I think I started to go. I think it was 97 was my first Tamworth. So it's always good. I feel like Tamworth's like the dysfunctional Christmas for musicians. Like we all finally get together. We're all a little bit weird. We've all had crazy years, and so I feel like it's the dysfunctional family Christmas.
You
100%.
finally feel like you're around your family, don't you? Like it's like, oh yeah, here I am.
That's it. And I feel like we're all, whether you're in the media space with music, whether you're just a musician, whether you're just a singer, I feel like we've all got so much in common that when you do get together, you don't have to explain stuff.
No.
Everything's just as it is. Your frustrations are usually their frustrations. Your highs and your lows are exactly the same as everyone else. So so really looking forward to that.
Cannot wait. We will have to see you live. You have to come and do an interview in person. I love to see if people have
Absolutely.
It's so good. I know.
Yeah.
It's so good in person. So we'll have to do that, and we'll have to come to one of your shows, definitely.
Oh, thanks.
I think Scott's planning on joining us in Tamworth and Tanya. So we'll be very lucky that we'll all be together in person, which will be lots of fun.
There we go. Dysfunctional family Christmas. I told you.
I dragged my mum along this year, and it was her first ever time.
Did she like it?
She did. She didn't. I don't think she fully understood what Country Kickback, like what we like. She'd seen shows, but I don't think she sort of fully understood the industry. And so we literally, I pulled the car up at our hotel to try and find the garage door to go in for the hotel. Got out of the car to go and get the key, and two artists hugged straight up. And then she's just like, how does that happen? And then literally put our bags out to the main street, and people were like, we knew everybody, and it was just. She couldn't.
So special.
It's just beautiful. And you're exhausted, but you don't even know you're exhausted because you're just having so much fun.
That's it, and it tops our cup up for the year. I feel like
it starts
it's so good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And even one thing she noticed at the awards, so at all the award ceremonies, because we went to a few, and everybody, it wasn't a competition. Everyone was just so happy that everybody was doing well. There was no nastiness. It was congratulations. Like, I hope you win. And no, you're against somebody. It was so beautiful. And yes, Chris got to meet Mum in Tamworth. I think Mum was surprised at how many people were happy to see her.
Are you bringing her next year?
Yes.
Or are you flying? Oh, you are? Amazing. I should be an old hand.
That was my telltale. I said, are you going to come again? She said, yes. Wow. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. Well, my dad will be there this year again.
Ooh,
so we'll have to get together for cuppers. I'm down.
A very good idea. Let's do that. Does your dad love it as much as you do?
Oh my gosh, Dad goes to festivals even when I'm not there. Dad's the guy that everyone knows. Like him and Bill Chambers are besties. He just gets along with everyone. And I think that's sort of where I get my social side from, is definitely my dad. The crazy thing is, though, is that you'll tell him you know, what you ate for breakfast on the 16th of April, 1972. And he will remember that for the rest of his life. You've got no
Oh my
idea.
gosh.
But he's like a musical encyclopedia. And so Dad had like a lot of blues in the house when I was
Yes.
growing up. And
Oh.
so he loves everyone, loves everything. But I think it's just like the love of live music too, though. And like that, you said that community that comes with not only the industry itself, but like
But it
within
is
the fans, because
fans.
we're all one big family. So
We really are.
yeah, we're all
I
part of
love
it.
100%. Like I see names coming up on your streams and every artist streams, and they're the same names. We
Yeah.
are just all. The thing is, we're all fans, and we're all
Yes. Yeah.
caring and wanting to interact with each other. And I think you're right, because you might be working in the industry like we are, but our families, the industry accepts them, that they're part of this as well. It's the same with the fans. Fans are part of
Absolutely.
the industry, and
Yep.
it wouldn't work if we didn't have all those layers. We love it.
100%. Yeah. And I love that, like, as artists, that when our families do come around, like when our kids get older and they want to start doing things, you know, it's really, really cool. Like some of my husband's best friends are actually in the industry, and you know,
Yes.
my youngest was out on main stage last year at the Muster with Travis Collins, and I'm like, get back here! What are you doing? He's like, I'm throwing beach balls out, Mom. I'm like, oh my god. So I love that, but it is for everyone, you
Yeah,
know.
it is.
And
It is, and we're
yeah,
inclusive, and you're right. But it's that setting it up for the next generation to come through. I
yeah,
can't wait. I'll never ever not want to be in the music industry, but I can't wait
right.
to have people coming through that we can hand these things down to, and watch it grow to another generation. And it has
Absolutely.
come across so much over the last probably 10, 15 years. It's changed, and so many people are coming into it. It's beautiful.
I
I
know.
couldn't
And like finally, country's cool. Like honestly,
I know.
after being the weirdos at school,
Yes, that's right.
finally.
I will never forget school, and I tell this story regularly, but I love that the people that used to tease me because I liked country music, when you see them at a Travis Collins show or I just sit there going, yeah, you like country music now. Do you
100%.
remember?
And
Like,
oh,
it's
you
just
know what though? I really, really love the fact that country music, I feel, is making
yeah,
such a big comeback because we all want to feel something. And
yes,
country music is still so much a part of, you know, all of our
yeah,
lives because of the writing, because we can
it's
actually
real.
relate to it,
It's real.
as opposed to, you know, a lot of the you know, pop and
We
even
don't
rap at the moment,
understand.
you know.
Yes. Well,
So
it's not,
it's really
and
exciting.
I guess a lot of that is because it's not written to what, I suppose, especially in Australia, it's not what we're seeing or what we're living. So, but people
Mhm.
are living what country music is singing about. And Australia,
Yeah,
as a result of that, Australian music is just going crazy because we're really good at writing about it and telling our story, because we've had to sell it for so long because people weren't listening. You had to really
that's it.
go, come on. But I also think the atmosphere when you go to a festival, I have
Oh,
been to
yeah.
many festivals of all genres, and I love anything live. But
Mhm.
the Australian music scene at any of our live stuff, it's just a feeling that you can't explain until you go. And people are
That's
like, "Oh,
it.
that's just a festival," but no, it's not just a festival.
No, it's bigger than that, and it's the energy and atmosphere of feeling like you're a part of something bigger,
Yes.
without sounding culty. Oh my god, I just realized how that sounded. But you know what I mean? Like the fact that you could go there and not know anyone, and you can come
Yep.
away. Like I see that at the Muster every year. You know, you come
Yes,
away and you've got best friends forever. You know, so I feel like there's nothing
exactly.
better.
100%. I'm sorry.
Go. No,
Very
that's okay. Like I said,
cold.
I can talk underwater. I got you.
See, it's been one of those days. No, I agree. It's yeah, it's a place that I don't think I'll ever want to be without ever. It's part of
100%.
us. It's part
And
of
then
who
to
we
like
are.
introduce it to people who don't know about it,
I
and
know,
then to
isn't
see
that
people
the best?
enjoy it for the first time.
Yeah.
Like I've had some friends go through some really, really, really horrific times lately, and then but to go to a festival and to, you know, be invigorated and just get that feeling, you know, there's just nothing like it, and I'm so
No,
thankful that we get to be a part of that.
absolutely. And as you said, yeah, handing it absolutely. I know that we've been talking for so long, I'm sorry. But before we do wind up, where again can we follow you? What can we, and do you have merch and things that we can look at or buy? Tell us just before we go where everyone can find you, especially on Friday when you've got announcements coming.
Well, let me tell you, there is stuff going on everywhere. Wherever you look, I'm going to be. But honestly, just jump on any of the things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you jump on my link tree, it has all of those things in one place, so you can choose what your favorite platform is. But I feel like it's our job to be absolutely everywhere, which is so time consuming. Oh my God. But super grateful that we can do that. And yeah, so I'm everywhere. And yeah, keep your ears peeled on Friday.
On Friday. So make sure you're watching on Friday, everybody. And thank you for joining us, Brooke. It's so lovely to finally get there. We have one thing left for you, which you haven't seen yet. Scott has done up a video of some of your different performances for us to close the show on. But we will be back tomorrow night, everybody, and it'll be our 400th show. So make sure you're watching and enjoy this last little thing from Scott.
Oh, congratulations, 400.
Thank you.